Live from Harbor Station, it's the Vector Spaceman Show. Now, here's your host, Vector Spaceman.
Hello, Space Cadets! It's your old pal, Vector Spaceman, and we're back at it again, man. We're coming to you live once more straight from Harbor Station, broadcasting on all frequencies to our beautiful planet Earth. Now, whether you're catching us live or watching us after the show, don't you know, we're glad to have you on board. Thanks for helping us make outer space the place to be. On today, Saturday, November 8th, 2025. A weekend stream? Can you believe it? Welcome back to the show, Space Cadets, and if you're tuning in for the very first time this afternoon, then hey, welcome aboard. I'm Vector Spaceman, this is the Vector Spaceman Show. We're facing trials and tribulations today. Not just in terms of gamesmanship, but also in our ability to stream. Will our webs crash out on us again like they were last night while we were trying to take on another No Man's Sky expedition? I mean, we're going to space, you gotta give it a minute, it's understandable, but still. Now, if you missed the last show, we had a little chit-chat with the cadets on the Tuesday stream, talking baseball, squirrel season, and the woes of Christmas shopping. It's just a month and change away, you guys. Don't be like Spaceman. Don't procrastinate. Get out there, get that shopping done. Take a load off your mind, because holiday schedules fill up fast. And speaking of schedules, of course, if you want to stay up to date with all of our broadcasts so that you never ever miss a show, then be sure to follow Vector Spaceman on YouTube, Blue Sky, and of course, right here on Twitch. Super duper. Now, I just want to take a quick gander here. I want to take a quick check. Let's take a quick look-see over on Twitch. We're going to pull up the Vector Spaceman stream and see how it's performing. It looks pretty smooth and it's not lagging, and that's great because here's the thing. What we were describing, the Tuesday stream, was technically not our most recent stream. We were trying to stream last night as well, but running into so many technical issues. Tried to pop off a little karaoke stream last night. Got like 2 tracks into it before we realized that the people watching were still seeing Spaceman like at the station right here doing his little intro spiel. It was just buffering terribly. We did a complete system reset, opened and closed OBS a few times. For whatever reason, just could not get the upload rate to work proper. So we did a little investigating. Seemed like there might have been some Twitch issues last night. So we can't say it's completely Spaceman's fault. No. Couldn't be. Couldn't be us. It had to be that dastardly, disastrous Twitch.tv. Once again. You'd think with all of that Jeff Bezos money, they could put together a functional little streaming site. But every now and then, it just runs into hiccups. Oh well, that's life, I suppose. Everything seems to be working now, and that's great, and we love that, so we are good to go, because today, what we're getting up to is another No Man's Sky expedition. So we're getting to the end of the year, and every year, No Man's Sky runs a little redux of some of its past expeditions. So we've done the new ones from this year so far. The Corvette expedition, the Breach expedition. But those were our first expeditions that we ever did, because historically, we've really not been that into No Man's Sky. It wasn't until the Corvette update came out and they started letting us build our own little ships and stuff like that, that we really got interested, we really got hooked. But at the end of the year, they give players opportunities to catch up on past expeditions from past years that they might have missed. So we get a little assortment of expeditions to run through and try to get done over a truncated little time period. So they're going to be running a few of those between now and the end of the year. The first one is the Beachhead expedition. And the big reward from this one is it's got like a Mass Effect tie-in. It's all about the frigate ships, I suppose, which we haven't really interacted with at all. So we're going to learn more about game mechanics. That'll be fine. That'll be fun. And of course, all the while, we're going to be chit-chatting with the Space Cadets. What a way to spend your Saturday. We're going to ensure that we can stream proper, and then tonight, the plan is tonight, if everything's still working, if everything's still hunky-dory, that we'll do a take 2 on that karaoke stream that we tried to get up and running last night. That'll be fun. That'll be good. Because we're gonna be part of this VTuber Christmas song album. We did something similar to that last year. We're gonna do it again this year. So we gotta select Christmas songs that we want to sing. We're already getting ahead of ourselves. October ends, Halloween's over, and everybody's in Christmas times already. So we'll do some new tracks. We'll do some old stuff. We'll see what works for Spaceman in terms of Christmas tunes, because we got to select one for this album, so that'll be fun. That'll be later tonight. I'm thinking around 8-ish. 8-ish or later-ish. Probably stream to like 5 or 6. Take a little break, drink a little water, have a little dinner, come back around 8-ish or slightly afterward for a little karaoke stream. Yay! Fantastic. But in the meantime, of course, we are going to be doing a little No Man's Sky, just to get something done, out of the way, finished with. So let's put on our gaming hands here, because of course we got to look the part. Bada bing, bada bam, there we go. And let's head on over to the big screen. Here we go. Bam! Time for some No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. All right, let's load this up. And again, this is the one game that we always have troubles with when it comes to crashing out on us when we switch scenes. OBS issue, perhaps. No Man's Sky issue, perhaps. All right, let's get into it. Loading up our main save. We've just recently completed the Breach Expedition, the latest new one to come out. So we're going a little back in time here. We're going to get to see, the model. When we look around and stuff, our model reacts a little bit now, which is great. Helps us when we're, sitting, looking dead at the screen. Gives us a little extra movement, a little extra energy. Here we are, back on the station. Our gorgeous Spaceman 1. No, this is the Vector Space van. I'm sorry. Let's check what we've got in storage. We're gonna have to store a lot of stuff when we go on the expedition. Do we need warp cells? Do we need launch fuel? You never know, and we probably do, so we might as well take that with us. Some chromatic metal, some cobalt. Probably take that with us. Tritium. Who doesn't love tritium? Probably gonna need carbon, probably gonna need sodium. Maybe some ammunition? Maybe some refined metals? Alright, let's throw some junk in storage. So I think we can bring 20 different items with us. So let's see, what do we want to bring? What do we want to bring? We got carbon, we got condensed carbon, we'll just take the condensed carbon, save a slot. Sodium nitrate, regular sodium, so we'll just take the nitrate. Oxygen, pure ferrite, yeah, we'll just take some pure ferrite. In fact, we'll just split that, because I don't think we need to take everything. Cobalt, chromatic metal, tritium, dihydrogen. Take a bit of each. Gold and silver, always good to have. Split some of that up. Split some of that up. Batteries, I feel like we never use ion batteries or life support gel. Ammo is easy enough to synthesize, so we'll just take what we got here. And what do we got in the starship? Might actually want some warp cells and might actually want some launch fuel. So we'll take that with us. Super duper. You know, I feel like they're gonna give us launch fuel. So we'll just leave that on the ship. So we're taking with us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slots. So we'll have 9 slots left for extra stuff. You know what? You're right, Spaceman. We really should leave like a bunch of our chromatic metal behind. And I guess we can bring the cobalt. That's fine. I guess that's fine. Still got all these leftover expansion slots from previous expeditions. That's the best part about them. All right, up to the cockpit. We got to go to the anomaly. And launch. On our way to the anomaly so that we can take on this new expedition. Now I've seen a little sort of guide for this expedition that'll help us crank it out as fast as we can. I'm gonna try to remember as much as I can from those videos and stuff. Because we don't need another 5-part video series. Just trying to finish up an old expedition, you know? Ain't trying to spend all day on this. We get in, we get rewards, we get archivos, and we get out of here. Now I wonder, since it's a pre-Corvette expedition, are we still going to be able to make like a Corvette class ship if we wanted to use something like that? My gut instinct is yes, we will be able to. But I can't say for certain. Let's take a look at what the rewards for this one are. So we're looking for the, I think it's Expedition 2? Expedition 2, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Because if that is the case, then it's only got the one reward. Historiographical dosimeter. Measures exposure to historiographical flux around key artifact sites. Recordings of unusual historical shifts will enable NADA to trace the signal. Don't wholly know what that's about. Well, let's find out. Let's go start this expedition. So it is Expedition 2, Beachhead, with 9 days remaining. So we really got a motor on this one. If we don't get it done tonight, then we'll come back and pick it up on Tuesday for the Tuesday stream, probably. So let's select some equipment to take with us. No, not that. Just take everything that we had packed for our little journey. And we're going to start our expedition. I'm just playing around right here with the rate of mouse movement and how it's affecting the model now. Something's being very jittery about it for some reason. I wonder how it's tracking compared to VTube Studio. Check this out. Like if I swish, this is just for my enjoyment right now, but if I swish back and forth across the screen, the head movement is getting all jittery for some reason. If I tab out of No Man's Sky, and now I start doing it, much more smooth, much more what we're expecting. Something is definitely funky about No Man's Sky, I gotta say. All these things we try to do to make stuff work with it, and yet, no dice. Alright, let's start this expedition. Yes, we want to continue. I just wish that we could take our multi-tool with us. I don't think we have the nanites enough to spend on that to bring a copy in with us. So we're on a freighter to start with, okay.
Emergency damage. Recovery system engaged. Backup power generators online. Atmosphere and life support modules stabilized.
We stabilized, that's good.
Hyperdrive propulsion damaged.
Aw, damaged.
Capital ship remote monitoring activated. Handing command to bridge crew. Welcome home, Captain.
Welcome home, Captain. That's so kind of them. Okay, let's figure out what we gotta do here. We got, as always, 5 phases of Chivos. We gotta repair vital freighter systems. We gotta land on a planet. We gotta discover creatures. Okay, 3 creatures. Construct something on the freighter, an orbital exocraft materializer. Warp to a new system aboard the capital ship. Okay, so warp in the ship. Construct a storage room. Okay, so we gotta construct a bunch of things. Reach rendezvous points. Construct another room. Locate and rescue a stranded life form. How are we gonna do that? That's gotta be one of those things where we get the thing for it in an earlier Chivo, so we won't try to jump that. Okay, so 3 creatures, 13 plants. Be on the lookout for plants. We gotta walk around on foot. Explore a freighter crash site. Right, hopefully one of the Chivos is gonna lead us to that. Catch uncommon fish from ice worlds, specifically from ice worlds. So be on the lookout for ice worlds. Reach another rendezvous point. Pilot the ship. For 100,000 units, jeez. Does warp count for those units, I wonder? Photograph a range of planetary environments. What does that mean? So, I saw in the video description, guy taking screenshots of places, so different planetary environments, different planet types, one presumes. Another chamber on the freighter. Mine some asteroids. That's going to give us inventory slots. We love inventory slots. Complete fleet expeditions. I think I saw a guy cheese this. I'm going to use the same method once we finally get to it. Chart waypoints. Chart waypoints. So is that like using the... like the navigational data stuff that we can get? Or don't we get some of those planetary charts and stuff like that? Is that what it's talking about? I wonder. And reach a third rendezvous. Learn 6 alien words. Okay, so anytime we're at a space station, we're going to talk to aliens. Construct another chamber. Discover ancient ruins. Okay. Dig up buried items. So could that be like fossils and stuff like that? Discover 8 star systems, so we just got to do a little warping. Earn nanites. Earn nanites. So we can earn nanites by selling tech. And I also think I read some guy say that you can earn nanites by releasing fish. I've never tried doing that. But look, we're getting nanites from all sorts of chivos here, so shouldn't be too hard. Reach the final rendezvous, then that, then this stuff. Are these optional milestones? No, because it says progress 0 out of 5. So these will just get revealed once we get to rendezvous 5, presumably. Okay, so we're taking pictures, we're talking to aliens, we are discovering plants and critters and fishing on ice worlds. My multi-tool is not the one that I usually have, so that means we've got no fishing rod in here. We've got a little tritium in our starship. Just add that to the exosuit. Oh shoot, that's right, because the exosuit is different even. We haven't got all our gear yet because we haven't made it to the anomaly. We're literally all on our own. Okay, expedition has begun. Earn rewards, yada yada. Select all hands on deck. Repair critical freighter systems. It's been damaged, critical condition. Obtain specific repair guidance by pinning components and technologies. Repair vital freighter systems. Repair the atmospheric control unit. Alright, where is the atmospheric control unit? And also, can I talk to my crewmates to learn alien words? Hello, Admiral. Freighter's master stands at ease, awaiting my instructions. Transfer items from ship to freighter. Ah, cool. We got some gear in the freighter inventory. Yoink. We'll take all of this. Thank you. A little silver and gold. This guy's very talkative. What about standing around, buddy? Lacks a fleet command room. We can't possibly dispatch expeditions in this state. My freighter lacks the fleet command room. I need to maintain communications during voyage. Well, shucks. You, sir. What do you do? I can't understand a word you're saying. I don't speak your language. I don't speak Viking. Need hazmat gauntlets. It's a cool room, though. Little free carbon, don't mind if I do. Yeah, we stay gathering carbon, though. Well in. Maybe one of these for my freighter or for my Corvette? That would be sweet. That looks way better. These interiors look way better than the Corvette ones. What's this? What's that? What's any of this? That was a door? I'm outside? I'm in space? I'm still affected by gravity, though. That's a planet. That's a... I was gonna say, that is a screenshot opportunity is what that is. On a nice level surface. And we take a shot. Oh, cool stuff. Little planet in the background, absolutely. Good framing, Spaceman. Thanks, Spaceman. Alright, and click. Super duper. Alright. As you were, Spaceman. Back indoors. Alright, we're going to get lost very easily here. The upgrade control. Base parts and upgrades. Ah. What does any of this do? Oh, I see, I see. So we gotta unlock the ability to create extra rooms for the ship. What was that first one guy wanted us to do? So I know we need to do that exocraft one. Freighter recoloring. Could we make it orange? We could make it orange! But again, we're not going to keep any of this stuff once we leave the expedition, so we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves, I think. At the very least, we know we need this. Fleet command room, technology room. We don't have any salvaged frigate modules, so we're gonna have to get some of those first. Alright, so that is not what we need. Freighter warp map, manage the fleet. And what's this do? Navigator. We can't do nothing because we don't have the what's it. What was the other option here, though? Customize appearance, reset base. Oh, see? So if we had orange, then we could upgrade the orange. Alright, we need to repair critical freighter systems. So if I just go into tab, there we go. We can repair it just by clicking on stuff. Okay. We've got chromatic metal and we've got gold, so we just need a wiring loom. Where the heck are we gonna get a wiring loom? Can I make a wiring loom? I cannot. Usually we would buy that. Ah, we could use a repair kit. Is that worth it though? It's the first Chivo. And it's gonna give us more repair kits. So maybe it's teaching us to use repair kits. That could be what we're doing here. Alright, let's try that then. Repaired, and insufficient resources, says you. Maybe I gotta have it in my exosuit. Let's try that. Apply repair kit. There we go. And now we've got an atmospheric control unit. So that didn't get us the Chivo. We still got to... Oh no, it did. Okay. That was the vital freighter system. Next objective, land on a planet. Can do be. There's tons of planets around. Okay, we're going to take antimatter, launch fuel, and repair kits. I want to move all of this to my exosuit, please and thank you. That can stay there. And if I'm honest, the tritium can stay there as well. Let's go find our ship. Go land on a planet. What else can we repair? The matter beam. And the freighter hyperdrive. We're gonna need antimatter housing for that. We can build some antimatter housing, can't we? Yeah, we just need ferrite dust. So we're gonna go down planet side and we're gonna bust some rocks. That's what we're gonna do. We've got a supercharged tech slot. What do we want to put there? Let's put our jetpack in the tech slot. The hypercharged tech slot. See what that does for us. Until we get something better. Alright, let's go find where we parked the ship. Looks like it's below us somewhere. Maybe not that way. Ah, teleporters. Where's this gonna take me? I'd love some labels. We got lucky. Alright. This is a nice boxy ship. I like that. The EE4 Numa. Numa. We're gonna call this the EE4 Numa. The Ayahi Ayaha. Ayahaha. Alright, and a launch. We got a space station nearby? Okay. This actually handles very well. A lot better than the Corvettes do. You forget how unwieldy those things can be. Oh, just zipping around like a little bug. Alright, we gotta learn some alien words. If we got any money, any walking around money, then I wouldn't hate taking the opportunity. We got 0 units. No, I guess that's a no-go. Alright, let's talk to some Gek. Let's talk to some lizard men. He's agitated. Let's ask him for language help. Oh, he loves... Let's talk about aggression then. Teaches me a word. The word for destroy. Wow. Alright, we're learning from Geks. We're Gekking out. More agitation. List of symbols. What about the word for Gek? Surely he'd love to tell me about the Gek. Alright, so now we know how to say Gek and we know how to say destroy. Indignant. He's confused. Well, how about mystery then? The, destroy, and Gek. So now we know how to say destroy the Gek. Visited him. I guess we could try to learn words from other species, but for some reason it's very funny talking to all these Gek. Can I talk to random travelers about anything other than buying their ships? Offer recruit squadron. I didn't know we could do that. These guys are cool goggles. Alright, no go. Here's some Geks that I haven't talked to though. Sweet. The Gek is a miserable sight. A picture of dismay and deflation. They look at me in a way that begs for pity. How, maybe he just needs a friend. Maybe he just needs a friend. Now I can say, help destroy the Gek. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. What is your face? He is a Mr. Oh, hi, guy. Tell me about Gek stuff. Why do you look the way that you do? Friend. Awesome. Now I can say, friend, help destroy the Gek. The Gek examines me before releasing a series of unusual odors. Okay. Let's go mystery again. I. Awesome. Alright, we've learned enough alien words. Now I can say, I help destroy the Gek, friend. That's a sick looking multi-tool. Oh, we are here on the station though, so we should be able to get a free exosuit upgrade. Yeah! Always be upgrading. Okay, this is gonna give us component crafting blueprints and Ace, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Hope you're living out your dreams. Hope you're having a good weekend. It's a little unusual, but we are doing an afternoon Saturday stream. We're talking to Gex. We're learning recipes. We're getting Chivos. We're doing an old expedition. What's good? I'm living out my dreams as we speak. That's awesome. I'm pleased. I'm stoked. I'm proud. I'm excited for you. This is going to be part 1 of streaming today. Because if everything works out and we're not lagging out or buffering or whatever, because we were having so many problems last night just trying to get the stream to work. But if everything's hunky-dory right now and it keeps up and it's all good, then we're going to be doing a little karaoke stream tonight. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. We'll be back around 8-ish, I think. About to drive 2.5 hours for my brother's B-Day party. A party? Nice. Say happy birthday to your brother. From Spaceman and all the Space Cadets. He'll know what that means. Woo, big karaoke. Yeah, you got any requests? We're karaokeing with a cause tonight, which is we're going to be part of a VTuber, like, Christmas album thingamajig. So we got to choose a Christmas song that we want to sing on the album. So if you got any Christmas songs that you like, let me know. We'll be trying a few tonight, trying to see what works best. Because we got to claim one before all the good ones get snatched up. And of course we'll be doing a regular old karaoke times as well. Standards, classics, what have you. Alright, I think that's all we need to do in space stations. We need to bust up some asteroids. We need to land on a planet. That's the next thing we gotta do. Because we need rocks. I forgot, do we have any units? We still have no units. Don't know any Christmas songs, or at least I can't think of any off the top of my head. No worries. We'll think of a few. You gotta do your best this time of year to avoid all of the Mariah Careys and the Whams and what have you. Hey, Jamline! All I want for Christmas, I was just gonna say, that's like, it's surprising how, like, that one stuck around. Because I think that's like a mid-1990s Christmas jam. And it's like, there hasn't been any huge Christmas bops in a long time. It is so excellent. Imagine being the guy who produced that song. royalties. Why, you'd never have to work again. Here we are on a barren planet. Now we have to take photos of several different planet types. So let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, I like that planet in the background there. Flooding. And we surveyed a planet. Awesome. We love, don't we love royalties though? Apart from All I Want for Christmas Is You, I think the other one that I can remember gets a lot of play is Last Christmas. And what is that song that's like, so this is Christmas and what have you done? Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Those are both like, I know Last Christmas is like 80s. I feel like the other one's somewhere around there as well. But yeah, we haven't had a #1 Christmas time jam in a minute, you know? Alright, it is incumbent upon us to identify critters and plants. So let's get the critters out of the way while we can. Seen it. Plants. Hazardous flora. They don't have tone. Looks like a buff rabbit. How goes it, Historia? Isn't that the Band-Aid charity song? I don't know. By golly, I don't know. We're doing good, Historia. We're doing an old No Man's Sky expedition because it's that time of year where they do the Redux. They let us catch up on stuff that we haven't done before. So we're blazing through the Beachhead expedition. Just need one last part for my new PC and I'll have a new modern PC. Let's go! Claps for a new modern PC. Oh, that's right. The other thing we need from this planet is ferrite dust. So we need to make some housing. But I hope you're doing good. It's an unusually timed Saturday stream. Here we go, plants. Last night, we tried to do a karaoke stream, and we just could not get Twitch to cooperate. Everything was lagging. How lame is that, you know? So everything seems to be working right now. We're gonna try again tonight. Fingers crossed. Come back around 8-ish. We'll probably stream till like 5 or 6. Take a break for dinner. Come back in the PM for Spaceman Streams Part 2. Just playing Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Never even heard of that one. Is it fun? Is it good? Should we check it out? Is it recommended? Steam Decks seem like they'd be pretty cool. Because I miss having like, you know, a Game Boy style, like, pocket console, you know? Those are cool, man. Anyways, we're very happy for you, Astoria. Hope you can live out all of your streaming dreams and your your gaming ambitions. So what is the part that you need though? What is the one last part that you were talking about though? Gotta find more plants. God, look at this thing. It's like a goat turtle on 2 legs. Soviet city builder, more of a logistic. I love city builders. Like even when I play games like Civilization and stuff like that, like all I want to do is just make beautiful, well-constructed cities. I don't care about the adjacency bonuses or all that too much. It's just, does it look good? Does it look cool, you know? Ooh, jetpack boost. Need some more plants. Need some more unidentified plants. Let's check what we got here. The processor cooler, that's what you need. Okay. Okay, we've discovered enough critters. Which is going to give us plans for the exocraft materializer, which is going to let us do the next Chivo. It's all coming together. Signal booster, surge battery, Minotaur combat deployment set. What? Band hazard protection upgrade, powerful mining beam upgrade. Don't mind if I do. On your phone now, Steam Deck being... Freaking Steam Decks, man. Alright, so there's our materializer. We're gonna need ionized cobalt, which we have in the... anomaly, but we don't have it on us right now. Got any cobalt around here? No, we got pyrite, we got copper. Pyrite, salvage containers. Salvage containers. Nope, sodium. Sodium. Alright, so we found our critters. We need to discover 13 types of plants. Oh, come on. So it's a city builder, but instead of capitalistic economy, is communist. So top down, total planning. We got a 5-year vision. The party needs a quorum. Oh, so that 100,000 units, Chivo, is not going to take us long at all. Photograph different environments. I thought for sure we photographed this planet already, didn't we? Maybe it doesn't like, maybe it doesn't like that I did like a... Nope, still saying 0. So what counts as a planetary environment then? That's gonna be annoying. Oh, because it wants specific ones. Well, why don't you say that, game? Why don't you tell me that? Son of a gun. Okay, so we need to photograph a scorched planet, an airless planet, and a frozen planet. We will keep that in mind. We know we have to go to a frozen planet anyways because we have to do fission on a frozen planet. Is that phase 2? From an ice world. What's gonna give us fishing rig plans? Explore on foot. So we gotta walk around quite a bit. So let's walk around a bit. We'll do a little walking around before we head back up to the ship and construct our exocraft materializer. You know what we should do? We should actually launch, check out some of the other planets in the system. Because who knows, some of those might actually be the planet types that we're looking for the screenshots. That's good thinking, Spaceman. That's good thinking. Using your noodle. Currently playing in 1930 in realistic mode, meaning no instant building. Everything must be imported and built by construction offices. Nice, nice. Ew, what is that? What is that floating thing out there? Oh, it's not floating, it's a big spider. It's a big spider butt or something. Gross. Alright, how much ferrite dust do we got right now? We have got a little bit. Quite a bit. Let's check out some other planets in this system then. The Cody 17 planet. Or the Cody 17 system? Cody 17 planet in the Alcaba system. Alright, we got an abandoned planet. We got a toxic planet. We got the Reliquary. What does that mean? What does that mean? We got a scorched planet. That's one of the ones that we're looking for. And we got a sub-zero planet. So could that maybe count as a frozen planet? Perhaps. But at the very least, we got a scorched planet. So let's head there. Maybe we'll find some more plants. Plants, last sweep for plants. Those are rocks. So as you wait in the one game, play on my Switch or plan out some other areas. So how long is the actual wait time, though? That sounds a little obnoxious. That's like one of those, like, farm mobile games or something, where you gotta wait everything out. How are we doing on piloting the ship? Okay. I don't think warp counts for it. Only because you're building everything up at once? Ah, okay. You got a plan, you're committing to it all at once. What's you guys' favorite, like, base builder type of game? That's a genre that I do enjoy, but like I said, I always basically, like, make that kind of mini game out of other games that I'm playing. Okay, these look like plants. And this sure is a scorched planet. Touchdown. Bam. Oh yeah, the only thing I find weird about RimWorld is like the inventory system in it. Where you have to sort of just leave everything sitting around. I know there's mods that are like, that give you like stackable inventories and like drawers and stuff like that, but and you know what, that might even be a standard feature now. But I just remember at some point seeing the game being played and being like, oh, that's rather lame, isn't it? Just leaving stuff all over the place. But RimWorld's very cool. We're pro RimWorld here in the station. Grass is not a plant. That looks like a rock. But you know what? I could be wrong. It could be a mushroom. Find out what it is. Nope, that's a rock. That is hazardous flora. We gotta find 13 of these. There is shelves now. Usually mod the heck out of it anyways. Some games you just gotta, right? Some games you just gotta. With that carbon. Okay, we gotta take a picture of the... I like the almost volcanic looking peaks here. Let's post up somewhere like here. Let's take a photo so we can work on that Chivo. Very good pose, Spaceman. Good pose. That'll do her. And that'll be a thumbnail. Let's go. So in our log, now we have a photo of a scorched planet. Awesome. Let's take a look at the catalog. We've discovered 3 flora here. Awesome. Which should bring our total up to 5. Awesome. If we keep running around, we're gonna get, how you say, our fishing rig plan, and then we can go to an icy world and catch some fish. So let's run around a bit, see if we can't find another plant. 2 birds, 1 stone sort of situation. That looks like a plant. Nope. Not a scannable plant. Darn. Pulpy roots. Fire berries. I guess you never know when you're gonna need some fire berries. More minerals. I guess we can grab some more minerals. See, I've always heard that RimWorld is like great as like a jumping off point for like story ideas. Just because it's basically just a shenanigan simulator. You build a little base, and your little guys get into situations. Nope, can't scan that. Can't scan that, can't scan that. What kind of minerals we got around here? We got buried cache. Well, let's go do a little treasure hunt. Some buried treasure. Already scanned one of those. So we gotta get some salvage data in order to get new... Oh, we're underground. Sweet. But we need salvage data in order to get, or in order to unlock new, what do you call them? Base parts for the freighter. Cave marrow. What did we get? A pitted gyroscope. What the heck is that? Pitted gyroscope. Ain't worth nothing. Worthless except as scrap. Select in the inventory and use E to break it down into useful materials. Okay, we can do that. What did we get? What did we get? I can't even tell what it gave us. distinctly remember why I hate the flying levels in Spyro. I never got to play any of the Spyro games. Because I never had a PlayStation growing up. But we are going to get lost in the cave if we don't find the hole that we made. There it is. Should be able to run back to the ship at this point. We should be getting pretty close to, yeah, that Chivo there. PlayStation had a bunch of like rad like mascot games for a minute. Like Crash Bandicoot's very cool. Spyro's very cool. What's that raccoon? Sly Cooper, very cool.
Incoming storm. Thermal protection falling.
You got the HD remake, nice. Sly's a fox. Oh yeah, that, I guess that makes sense. Why does he look like a raccoon then? He's got the mask and everything. Isn't that raccoon coded? Maybe I'm wrong. Again, I never played the game, so I could be 100% wrong. And what was the other one? Jak and Daxter. They were rad. But isn't he wearing a mask because he's a raccoon and raccoons have masks? He's a thief, yeah. And I guess foxes can be thieves. Yeah. I'm gonna look this up during the ad break. Ratchet and Clank, yeah, that's another one. There, we got the Chivo, sweet. He's a raccoon. Ah, I knew it. Nailed it. Let's go, Spaceman. Let's go, Spaceman. Put all this nonsense that we don't need. A-class mining beam. Maybe I'll take that back with me. Who knows? If there's one thing Canadians know, it's the humble raccoon. Alright, this is gonna give us plans for the fishing rig. We need nanotubes, we need dihydrogen jelly. We need to make some spicy chum. How do we make spicy chum? Mordite. That's what you get from killing critters, yeah? Alright, so we're gonna have to do a little hunting. Crimson Eye, how you doing? Hi. Happy Saturday. Hope you're living out your dreams. Hope you're having a good weekend. It's the Vector Spaceman Show with me, your host, the Vector Spaceman. We're playing a little No Man's Sky today. One of the older expeditions that they re-released. Doing the Beachhead Redux. Stuff that I didn't get around to because I only started playing the game when they added custom build spaceships. Because we're simple like that. We're basic like that. Hope things are well though. Think you can get moldite from refining poop? Well, we don't have any of that either. But I'll take it under consideration. Thanks for the tip. And phosphorus, I think we just gotta mine that up out of the ground. Alright, we're getting a lot of blueprints. Can we upgrade the multi-tool already? Fishing rig.
Technology installed.
Dihydrogen jelly, we can make one of those. We can make one of those real quick. We got enough dihydrogen, I'm sure. Dihydrogen jelly. And we need carbon nanotubes. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Let's go fishing.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Alright, next stop, Icy World. Let's get off of this. This burning rock. So we know that this is a sub-zero planet. I don't know if that counts as an icy world or whatever. They're always so imprecise and inconsistent with their naming conventions. But there's a bunch of bases here, so I'm willing to bet that people are using it for the purposes of the expedition. Ghost, how you doing? Good afternoon and morning, everybody. Ghost, look how buttery smooth the stream is today. Things are working. We're not lagging. We're not buffering. We're playing ourselves a little No Man's Sky just to make sure that we can stream so that tonight we can come back for part 2 when we try to redo the karaoke stream. So we're just trying to crack out some Chivos for the latest Expedition Redux. We take these no buffering streams. So honestly, I think that it was a Twitch issue. Because there was a lot of reported Twitch problems last night at the same time that we were streaming. We haven't done anything different today. So I guess we just got lucky last night. And, you know, Twitch decided, no, Spaceman. In fact, you cannot have stream. You cannot have a good time. But in the meantime, we take these no buffering streams. Let's find a nice little lakeside area where we can do a little space fishing, huh? We're in atmosphere. And remember, we're still looking for plants, too. So let's see here. How much more flying around have we got to do? About 11,000 units. Alright, so let's go for a little ride. We'll get that one done regardless. Let's see if we can't find some plants. Let's see if we can't find some water. That looks like water. Is it enough water for us to do fishing, though? I want to say yes. I want to be hopeful. I want to be optimistic. Wham. A few people were having problems, so it wasn't just the Spaceman. We're just one of the lucky few. Plant? Plant? What the heck are those? Cubes? Space cubes? Neatly arranged space cubes? Navigation data. Hex yeah, we take some navigation data just lying around out in the open. Don't mind if I do. Very useful, just free data. Unidentified plant. That's what we're here for. Same class of plant, same class of plant. These are weeds, we can't really do anything with those.
Incoming storm.
Not the incoming storm. So we gotta catch 5 uncommon fish from ice worlds. We also need to figure out if this counts as an ice world. Or a frozen planet. Let's take a picture and find out. What are those? Oh, those are bases. Let's see, what makes for a good angle? What makes for a good shot? How about fishing? Fishing on an ice world. Nice. Ice. Set up a good shot. Gone fishing. That'll do. And let's see if that counts. It do, so we are on a frozen planet. Now just gotta figure out if this counts for the fishing chivo. Oh, it's actually getting very cold. I can't see our fish. Can't tell if they're biting. Come on, buddy. Nice. Common fish. Wah. Alright. No worries even. We're gonna get in the ship. We're gonna let our thermal protection come back. We're gonna wait out the storm. And we're gonna form a plan of approach here. Still got to discover 7 more plants. Still got to catch 5 more fish. We could perhaps use this fish as bait. To catch better fish. Yes, catch rarity improvement. There we go. Use little fish to catch bigger fish, because as Qui-Gon Jinn so famously and intelligently told us, there's always a bigger fish. What is this? Sodium-rich plants. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Is this water? That's water. Is that enough water? Can we fish in this little pool? Yes, we can. Excellent. See, we just needed a secret little pool. That's what we needed for uncommon fish. Oh.
Thermal protection falling.
Don't you test me, fish. Woo, an uncommon fish. That's 1. We got 1. And it's counting toward the catch uncommon frozen fish. Awesome. Everything's coming up, Spaceman. We're doing this efficiently. We're not floundering around. Fish jokes. Another sea level fish. Not sea like sea level, but sea like sea class. Sea like common fish. Catch a few more of these, use them as bait, get some better fish. Stop teasing me, fish. Go for it. You know you want it. Go for it. Live moss. Live dangerous. Yeah, there we go. A mud crab. Gross. We're getting much better at the fishing minigame. Every good game has a fishing minigame these days. It's like indie game design 101. We got a starfish. A starfish! Because we're in space, you guys. Whoop, whoop. Reel him in. Whoo, needlefish. See, we don't even have to use bait. We're still getting these guys. So that's 1, 2, 3. We need 2 more of these. 2 more fancy fish, I believe. Wait, what the heck? Why does it still say 1 of 5? Hold on, hold on. Hold on now. What do you mean, game? Catch uncommon fish from Ice Worlds, 1 of 5. I have caught 3 uncommon fish. Do you mean... Are there certain fish that are considered native to Ice Worlds? And those are the fish that we have to catch? Found in icy and frozen waters versus found in many different habitats all across the galaxy? By golly. By gorsh. So we have to catch specifically ice planet native fish. That is so poorly communicated, just like everything else in this game. All right, let me catch some more brine skippers then. Time to use bait. Time to use proper bait. I thought we had it all figured out. Another spiny starfish. We're really racking up the starfish. Maybe we could use them. Catch rarity improvement 22%. And here's the thing, if we catch a rare fish, is that going to also satisfy the uncommon requirement? Or does it have to specifically be uncommon fish? These are the kind of questions that need answering. That's what keep me up at night. That's what turns my crank. Come on, fish, you want that starfish? Go for it. It's all yours, it's right there. Frozen isopod. Now that sounds like a fish that's found in icy and frozen waters. All right, that's 2. We're on the board. We're back in action. Starfish turned out to be good for something. Game hiccup there for a second. That's always concerning. It did it again. That's always a treat. Frost scale trout. But it's common. It's common though. All right, well, I tell you what, we are not taking any chances. We are always using bait. We are going to speed this process up as quick as we can. What's everybody else getting up to today while we're having nice little relaxing fishing times? That is a long jaw snapper, but it is found in many different parts of the galaxy. Hence, you are a bait fish, sir. Eon, how you doing? Look at the stream today. Isn't it buttery smooth? Isn't it not stuttering? Isn't it doing way better than last night? Good to see ya. Happy Saturday. Happy afternoon Saturday stream. We are doing a little No Man's Sky just to make sure that we still have the capacity to stream. Stay lurking. Hope you do well, but here's the thing. We're doing 2 streams today. We're gonna do some No Man's Sky, we're gonna take a break around dinner times, grab some eats. We're gonna be back in the evening for a little karaoke stream as well. Just so as you know. If anybody got requests they want to put in ahead of time, you let me know. Because those streams, they don't get archived. You gotta be here on time in order to see them. Our thermal protection is falling. Good thing we've got batteries. Stay safe on your errands, though. Do well. Do your best. Midnight eel. Wow. So what are we at? We need 2 more uncommon ice fish. Turns out to be harder than I thought. I don't need no midnight eel.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Come on, uncommon ice fish. Hypnotic octopus? Man.
Ground protection falling.
You better be good as bait. Guess eventually we're also going to need that mordrite or whatever it is that we get from dead animals. Uncommon clam. Awesome. Alright, one more. One more. We'll use... We ain't got any C-class stuff left. We'll use a needlefish then. One more uncommon ice fish. Come on. Come on. We're cooking with ice here. Nibble on it. Just nibble on it. Go for it. Yeah. Large aquatic creature. A whispering bonefish. Weird. Mighty weird. You can be bait. Let's make a better shot. Planning out screenshots again. Actually, hold on. We need to put some bait on that rod. Put a little snapper on that rod. Get snapping. So I just noticed do a fun little animation when we reel stuff in, so I want to try to get a picture of that. Go for it, fish. Get it, fish. Get it. Get it. There it is. That's a fun angle. We just gotta... get good composition. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Fish escape! No! Because I forgot to hold it down. Alright. Time to get serious here. Do we use... If we use one of our fish to catch other fish... We'll just use fire berries, that's fine. Weren't really using those for anything anyways. Just do a quick little alt tab. Run a snooze so we don't accidentally get put into an ad break. Come on, ice fish love fire berries. I know that they do. It's just natural. It just makes sense. Go for it. Nibble on it. Bite on it. It got darker. That's a starfish. Well, starfish make far better bait, so let's use that. Oh, it's daytime now. Nice. I like planets that got ring systems. I always thought it would have been rad if Earth had a proper ring system. You know, technically we have got a minor ring system, and it's made out of, like, space debris. But of course it's just so minor that you never notice it, that you never see it. You can't perceive it because everything's so spaced out, but who knows, maybe someday we'll have enough junk orbiting the Earth that we can have a dirty, rough, crappy ring system. That would have its own problems, of course, but might be fun to look at. Got a new heaviest needlefish. Okay, needlefish, you're gonna be my bait. Water won't freeze over in this game, will it? Almost looks like this water is. Come on, one good bite. There we go. Ice fish, ice fish, ice fish. Son of a gun. It is all up to random chance. We gotta get proper rarity, and we gotta get proper origin. How tedious. There we go, frozen isopod. That's gonna be it. Icy veins. That's it, that's the whole Chivo. Okay, that's gonna give us Supreme Thermal Protection upgrade. Supreme! What does the Supreme class of upgrades look like? Oh, S-Class, okay. Let's release some fish. Must be in water to release fish. Okay, let's... release fish. So we do get nanites for releasing fish, so that's cool. We just sort of tossing fish. Just spinning them. Woo! Alright, odd mechanic, but that's fine by me, that works. But get out of the water. Get back to the ship. We are done on this planet. So we can probably start looking at the rest of those phase 1 Chivos. So we go back to the ship, we make an orbital exocraft materializer, warp to a new system, make a storage room. Here's the thing though. I think we still need to get salvage data or something before we can unlock some of those rooms. So, unless the game's gonna give us some. Teleporter chamber plans, refiner room plans, scanner room plans. Salvage for 5 salvage frigate modules. Okay, so once we get that, then we can spend it on making the other stuff. So it is gonna provide that for us. So let's go back to the ship. Then we construct an orbital exocraft materializer through the build menu. So this is our first time doing any sort of frigate stuff. Let's hop out of the ship to get our save point, hop back in the ship, and we are going to go back to the station for a little break. Super duper. Okay, yous guys. We're going over to the desk here. Let's go on over to the desk. Dabba 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 dabba. It's time for hot dogs and blue slushies. We're gonna be back after an ad break, a few minutes. Don't go nowhere. The Vector Spaceman show continues right after this. Hot dogs, yeah. Hot dogging. All right, we'll be right back. Get that blue, get that hot dog. We've yet to implement the hot dog redeem, but that did get mocked up on the Tuesday stream. Just some hot dog PNGs. What's not to love? What's not to appreciate? It's weird doing afternoon streams after so long. Because now I'm unfamiliar with who of our buddies are streaming in the afternoon on a weekend. Because we are going to want to do a little raid when we do finally call it quits. Oh, Rashawn's streaming, so we could probably go see Rashawn. You know who I'm absolutely enamored by right now is Botster or Bunlith. Has got a pilot episode for their own little indie animated series right now. And Bunlith has always had a very, very cool style. It's on Kickstarter right now, but so I'm not sure how. Okay, so they're actually looking for quite a bit of funding then. Okay. $80,000 US. But they're on their way. Something never occurred to me in all the different projects we've done is to ask anyone for for funding. It was always well, let's do it with what we got and what we can. Looks like a lot of established voice actors. It's a cool project. Bunlith, the Witch Upstairs. You guys ever... Oh, we're back from ads. Awesome. You guys ever been part of any, like, Kickstarter campaigns? I've never done one. The only time I was ever tempted was when they were trying to crowdfund funds for the undergrads film that they've been trying to work on for years. And I'm glad I didn't put any money into that because I feel like that was so long ago and still nothing has come from it. That's the thing. If you give money and it gets funded, you kind of gotta just hope that you live to see something get produced. But if you fund something on Kickstarter, I should take down the "we'll be right back" because we are, in fact, right back. But if you fund something on Kickstarter and it doesn't get funded, then you do get your money back, right? It's not just like a gamble. Again, I've never actually used it. I assume that must be the case. They can't just steal your money. They must hold it in escrow or something until it either gets funded or doesn't get funded. Anyways, We're back and we are continuing with some No Man's Sky. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. So let's head back on over to the big screen and we'll continue with that. Wow, here we are. All right, we're going to tab over a moment of truth. Are we going to crash again? We sure are. Thanks, No Man's Sky. You're welcome, Spaceman. You're welcome. Not even a problem, though. Takes 2 seconds to load up. Oops, it's not even oops, it's just an expectation at this point. That's why I always jump in the in and out of the cockpit before we go to ad break, because for whatever reason switching scenes in OBS, it messes with No Man's Sky for some reason.
Ground protection falling.
Oh no! It's a blizzard! So the other planet type that we have to visit and get a picture of is a oxygen-free planet. So we went to the scorched one. I don't know what the reliquary is. What the heck that means. Toxic planet. Barren planet. Abandoned planet. Here's the thing, we were on the barren planet. And taking a picture didn't do anything. I don't know if an abandoned planet. That doesn't sound like... What the heck is it? Where was the Chivo? Where was the Chivo? What is an airless planet? What does that mean? Why can't we be consistent with the naming conventions? If you want me to go to a scorched planet, call the planet a scorched planet. Why do we have so many different names for planet types? Gwah! Why call it a frozen planet here, but it actually be called a sub-zero planet? Why can't we just use a consistent naming convention? I'm mad about words. Spaceman, you shouldn't get mad about words. I can't help it. Alright, let's lock in on our freighter. I think it's got us locked in on the space station. So we'll just cut power when we get a little closer. Oh, we got a new Chivo! Deep space object detected. Trade frequency. All I know how to say is, I thank friend destroy Gek. Needs urgent repair, may not last another warp. We could have given him plating, like all I have to do is make plating. I've got the resources to make plating. Sorry guy. Guess you're gonna have to die in space. I like the interior of this ship that they gave me. Alright, coming up on freighter. Now, where do we dock on a freighter? That's the question. Is it at the nose? Is it at the side? Bottom here? Let's find out. Actually bigger than we thought. Okay. Okay, we have got a new Chivo from flying around, so we're gonna get Supreme Pulse Engine upgrades. 2 navigation data, and... oh no, sorry. 2 engine upgrades, 10 navigation data, And launch auto charger plan. Launch auto chargers! That's what we need. Then we never have to worry about landing again. Photovoltaic panels fitted to the Starship launch thrusters. So we need some antimatter, some wiring looms, and some solar mirrors. Don't mind if I do, but I can't build wiring looms, and I'm not sure if I can build solar mirrors. I can build solar mirrors. So I need 2 of those, was it? 2 of those. Yeah. Need a bunch more antimatter. And wiring looms, which I don't have a recipe for. Need 20 condensed carbon. Condensed carbon. Well, good thing I've got a personal refiner. We want to put some... First of all, what can we use as fuel? Carbon. Alright, we're going to spend carbon to make carbon. Get it started in here. What else do we need for antimatter? Just condensed carbon? No, it's also chromatic metal. Okay, so we're spending some of that too. How much chromatic metal we got? We got enough to spend on some antimatter. I think that's worth the investment. Anyways, while that's running, we want to work on our phase 1 here. Construct an orbital exocraft materializer. Open the build menu with Z. Must be inside freighter construction area. Okay, so that's like one of these chambers over here. Exocraft materializer. So we gotta find some space. Put a orbital exocraft materializer. So presumably not over here. Let's switch to first-person view, because this always seems to work better for us. Oh, hold on. So we can like add on from the hallways and stuff. That's cool. We just can't afford it. We've got the gold, we need cobalt, and we need warp cells. Okay. Let's see, we could have some cobalt if we could get to the anomaly. Can we get to the anomaly, I guess is the question. Guess there's only one way to find out. We really didn't try. Starship. Let's install the antimatter, so we just need 2 wiring looms. We cannot yet call the anomaly. Okay. So that means we gotta find cobalt. I'd love to find it locally, but if not, we can always warp to another system. Salt, copper, copper, phosphorus. I think we do need phosphorus for something. It was on the Chivos as we were looking for it. Should we go back there then? We don't need it right now. Do we have any way to way to upgrade the ship to make it warp capable? Or is that one of the things that was busted as well? Freighter. Freighter hyperdrive. Okay, so we need more antimatter. We need a lot more chromatic metal. And we need antimatter housing. That's why we're planet side to begin with, because we needed the antimatter housing. We're gonna need more antimatter. And then we need chromatic metal. We need chromatic metal by the boatload. So I guess we're gonna have to go down planet side anyways. That's not so bad, really. Let's move a bunch of this junk to the freighter that we're not using. I feel like the only reason I'm using the freighter is as storage. Maybe that is by design. Maybe that's how you're supposed to use it. Okay, let's go get some chromatic metal. Now, we learned during the last expedition that we can get chromatic metal from copper as well as... What was it? What was it called? It wasn't pyrite. It was quartzite. I don't see any quartzite around, and I do see copper on the planet that's got phosphorus, so 2 birds, 1 stone. What we should do, though, we should check out the space station again, now that we got a few units. See if we can afford some wiring looms. That would save us some time and trouble. We could even use the transporter if we needed to find stuff that we don't have here. Oh, we can buy cobalt. That would save us some time and hassle now, wouldn't it? Wiring, okay, we cannot afford any wiring looms whatsoever. Let's use all our money to buy cobalt. That'll do, 150 cobalt. And let's sell some junk we don't need. What do we not need? We don't need fire berries. Get on out of here. We don't need gold? Sometimes we need gold. We still need chromatic metal, and we still need phosphorus, I believe, on the planet. What the heck did we need phosphorus for? It was for something in the expedition. Maybe it was one of those build chambers or something. But I swear we needed it for something. We need to earn more nanites too. Let's not forget about nanites. And discover plants. And construct stuff. And explore freighter crashes. I'm thinking we're not going to get this all done today, but we are going to be able to come back to it on Tuesday, so that'll be a step in the right direction. Save us some time, get ahead of the curve, because I'm pretty sure this... How long is this expedition live for? It's just, like, it's less than 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's ionize some cobalt. And let's go get ourselves some copper. Okay, Copper Planet, where are you at? Not that one. So it's got a mold base. That one? Copper, paraffinium. I'm looking for copper. Oh, there's our marked planet. Let's go. Copper and phosphorus. Top up pulse engines. Glad this actually worked out, because I was so worried that we were going to have consistent streaming trubs after last night's poor performance. But no, this is great. Be able to come back again tonight. Confident. Do some singing songs, have a good time. Why are we skimming the atmosphere here? We're going planet side. You know what? We gotta bust some asteroids too. May as well hit a few of these while we're here. Pew. Oh, there's some more. Some more. Not an asteroid-rich planet, but still. Pew. Not close enough. Oh, don't tell me it's... Okay, thank God. I was gonna say, don't tell me it's one of those huge ones. Alright, atmospheric entry. Let's go. If only we had a Corvette. Can you park Corvettes on freighters? I don't actually know about that. I think you can, because I'm pretty sure we landed on a freighter once during the Corvette expansion. I don't remember it being, like, in the hangar, you know? Let's find ourselves a nice, clear landing area then, huh? Splat. Alright, time for the hunt to begin. Salt. Salt. Copper. And what else? Salt. Alright, we'll start with the copper then. Gotten so used to flying Corvettes, it's weird seeing normal shit. I know, and I was shocked at how maneuverable this little tiny ship is. It's like, wow, it's not big and bulky like my Corvette is. But it's just like, the thing is, you could get a lot more people to keep using the teeny tiny ships if you would let people scan from the cockpit. The one thing that Corvettes have got going for them that's so huge is that you can get out of the cockpit, put it on like autopilot, and scan for stuff. And you can get out and walk around without having to land, which I guess, you know, if you've got one of these launch auto chargers, isn't so big a deal. But if you're someone like me and you're completely new to the game, and that's huge, that really helps. Delicately stripping away our precious copper. Sometimes I don't know what the limits are on these deposits, because like I don't see any copper over there. Are you sure I didn't get it all? Or, you know, maybe if there was, like, more of an associated cost using the Corvettes versus the teeny tiny ships. Standard ships, if you will. Ooh, we found a cave. Maybe you could convince players to keep using the standard ships. But right now it's no go. Corvettes are where it's at. All intelligent people agree. Everybody loves Corvettes. Oh wow, it's like a whole other deposit.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
That's why it was registering so strange. That should be every single little last scrap of it. Now, to get out of here. Come on, we got the thrust, we got the moves, we got the power. Nice. More copper, more copper. Where's the ship at? Should we just walk it in? Where's the ship at? Oh, there it is.
Ground protection falling.
How much copper we got now? We got 245 units. That's pretty cool. That's pretty rad. That's going to turn into 122 units of chromatic metal. How much do we need? We actually need way more than that. We need like 200 and some extra units. So I guess we are going to be digging for a minute. Okay. And I wonder, in this expedition, how are we going to access on the other side of this mountain here? Alright, we're going to have to fly it in then. We'll find a different deposit. Salt. Phosphorus. Hey, we're going to grab some phosphorus while we're here. But how are we going to access the anomaly? I'm pretty sure I'd love to do that so that I can enter and exit the expedition proper. Ooh, big red phosphorus deposit. Other than getting to use existing landing pads for bases, I don't know why I'd go back to standard ships. My favorite class is haulers anyway, and I can essentially make my favorite one as a Corvette. See, that's the same thing with me. It's like, I always liked those big, boxy ships to begin with, and now I can create a big, boxy ship all of my own. But I can walk around inside it and do fun stuff. You know what I think would to be a cool addition, and it really only works at certain scale. But if you could have a module for your Corvette, which was like a landing pad so that you could carry around a small ship with you, I could see that being super cool. Oh, it's a heat storm. Yes, please. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Little like one craft landing bay or something like that. But the difficulty in that, I think, is the fact that they have classified Corvettes as ships. So your starship is, this is where your Corvette shows up to begin with. It's not like it has its own separate tab like freighters do. I think it's something that a lot of people have been excitedly asking for, though. I'm a sucker for any game that lets me do that. It's the only reason I want to play Star Citizen. Star Citizen being the one that has been in development for a bajillion years. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm thinking of. Feature creeping. That's why you don't back games on Kickstarter, Space Cadets. Because they'll never come out. They'll just add more features. Alright, we still got Inferno Winds. Awesome. Let's hit up the next copper deposit. Wow. Peering through the ash and smoke. I think it's underground. Let's not go to that one then. Let's find another one. But see, here's the problem. I can't scan. I can't scan from my ship, so I have to land, which means using up precious landing fuel. So that I can look for a new place to go exploring. What an awful, awful planet. Alright, I'm not seeing any more except for the stuff we've already passed. Copper, phosphorus, phosphorus, copper. Let's check out that copper deposit. We're gonna hope it wasn't the one that... another one that's underground. One that people paid over $1,000 for ships, they're just getting this. I know! For in-game spaceship? Can't be worth it. Cannot be worth it. They're just getting outclassed by other games that are actually games. It's like, okay, you've been in development for a decade or however long, but this game, this No Man's Sky over here, they just gave us customizable Corvettes, letting us build our own stuff. How are you going to respond to that, Star Citizen? And then they'll be like, Here's another teaser for the single-player portion that we've been working on for 15 years or whatever. A lot of it reads like sunken cost fallacy, if we're honest. You're just in too deep. Storm clearing, excellent. I'd actually play the game if they could guarantee the money I made in-game would not just be wiped by a server reset. Well, that's no fun either then. You want a little continuity. You want a little something to show for it. I think that's part of why I have always liked like MMOs and stuff. It's like knowing that, okay, I can come back to it and my stuff's gonna be there. And I can show off my stuff to other players. Here is a, you know, visual confirmation of my prowess and achievement. Put some more copper in the tube. Alright, we have got how much chromatic metal right now? We still need like 100 more units of this. Grab some more phosphorus while we're here. I know I can build the stuff I want in something like Space Engineers, but that's a whole lot of work. Volcanic event detected. That's fun. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Oh, it's just, all right, it's just gonna pop up everywhere. Hope you like fire. Ooh, look at it go. No worries. I'm in my spaceship. Let's see here. We're gonna recharge. Life support, we can recharge with oxygen. Really thought we'd have more. Not enough fuel in the launch thrusters. No worries, we've got launch fuel.
Technology recharge.
Boom. Some more phos for us. Oh, it just goes wherever it wants, huh?
Extreme heat damage detected.
No rhyme or reason. This is fine. This is fire. Yeah, I can hit the phosphorus from here. Some of it, at least. Carve away a little bit of it. Alright, are we safe? Is it safe to walk around? Is it ever safe, Spaceman? A mighty fine deposit. Don't mind if I do. Okay, more dirty red phosphorus. But we still need more copper. We need more high-grade copper. I'm thinking like at least 200 more units. Because we're gonna need it for some more stuff, I'm sure.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Phosphorus, copper, copper. The farthest copper deposit we can get. Launch. So look how much of this fuel we're wasting. We need some wiring looms up in here. Please don't be one that I already dug up or be underground. Gosh darn it, it's one that's underground. Well, I ain't gonna waste it. What the heck is that? Meteors? Lightning? What? I'm just a humble copper salesman, sir.
Thermal protection falling.
There we go. There's a nice big chunk. There's a nice big patch of copper. Let's light it up. Forget about making the terrain look good.
Thermal protection falling.
We're here to strip mine, baby.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge. Extreme heat damage
Extreme heat.
detected.
Oh dear.
Technology
Sodium.
recharge.
Here we go. Thanks, plants.
Thermal protection falling.
Just had to be a volcano planet, didn't it? We thought it was so cool earlier. Now look at us. Okay, that's a whole extra 400 copper. Absolutely. That was a big haul. All right, I think we are ready to get off of this hell planet. Back to the freighter. We can install that extra room. Might even be able to complete the whole first section of these cheapos, the whole first phase. And you know what? We gotta destroy asteroids. So let's pop these off while we're here. One less thing, you know? Just some spacey meatballs. Pew, 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 pew. Don't mind if I do. We also got rocket launchers? Let's go. Hardly ever think to change weapon type. Pew! Pretty hyperclusters, awesome. Alright, how many? Because I think we had to destroy like 50 asteroids. Yeah, alright. 11 more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Mo, 8, 9, 10, and 1 Mo. Just for show. Bam. Stardust. Let's give us inventory slots. Yeah, buddy. Which we are going to decline so that we can keep it in our inventory. Pro strat, Spaceman. Take that back with you once the expedition is over. Okay, where's my ship at? Where's my freighter at? That's a base. It was over by the space station. There we go. Ow. Alright, can we plot a... We can summon the freighter. That's interesting. Let's try that. Summon freighter. Cannot warp freighter too close to planet. Okay. But if we wanted to, and we were somewhat out of range, well, we can just call it in. Perfect. Wham. That's very handy. That's very helpful. Let's go make this room. So we need 2 more warp cells. And in order to make warp cells, we need antimatter housing and antimatter. 2 of those, and 2 antimatter. Now, should be able to make a room. So we can just stack these wherever we please, huh? That's fun building. Okay. So what is this? Orbital Exocraft Materializer. Advanced Integrated Freighter Equipment. Instruction allows the user to summon any owned exocraft while in the same system as their freighter. Okay. That's cool. Where do we want to put it? We can put it right off of here. Why not? Why not? Drop protocol. And the reward for that is more plans. Scanner room, refiner room, teleport chamber. Teleport chamber, vital integrated freighter equipment. Allows the user to move between their freighter, planetary bases, and any space station terminus connected to their network. That's big. Freighters are actually kind of cool. See, this is why they ought to just let us do whatever expeditions whenever. It's like, it's teaching me that this is actually something that I might want to use in my day-to-day save, you know? Refiner room, scanner room, super duper. Use freighter to warp to new system. So we got to repair the freighter still. We still need... That's what we needed all the chromatic metal for. Now we can repair this.
Repaired. Technology repaired.
So now we can use the freighter to warp to a new system. It has its own galaxy map. Freighter warp map. Does the freighter run on fuel in the same way that our little craft do? Down there is the first rendezvous point. Hyperdrive has no fuel, So that, of course, is going to be an obstacle. One thing at a time, then. Okay. Warp hypercore. Charge equipment with warp cell or warp hypercore. So I guess we've got to use a warp cell. Let's build a warp cell. Warp cells need antimatter and antimatter housing. Warp cell.
Technology recharge.
Oof. One of those only charges 25%. Should be able to at least get us one system along, though. Let's warp. Let's warp. Taking screenshots. Don't mind me. We did it. We reached a new system. That's going to give us another Chivo. We discovered a black hole. That's very cool. Let's take a look at the system here. A planet called Nope. Awesome. A grassy moon. Dusty planet. And a paradise planet. Very cool. Freighter fleets. Owning a freighter brings several benefits, including a portable base, a large inventory, and the ability to command fleets of frigates. Command expeditions, construct a base aboard the freighter. See, it's cool stuff. I ain't trying to inspect a fleet. I'm trying to get my expedition chivos done. Okay, give me hyperdrive plans and some warp hypercores and a bunch of silver and salvaged frigate modules. Antimatter and storm crystals. Okay. Storm crystals we had to try to find during the last expedition that we did, the Breach expedition. You gotta look for planets with electromagnetic storms, or we found out that, what was it? Gas giants. Gas giants are always considered to be in storm. Construct a storage room. Can doobie. And then we're just going to have to reach the first rendezvous point, which means a few more jumps. Make a scanner room. Locate a stranded life form. We could do that. Discover more plants. Remember, we still got to find plants. Might even be able to knock out phase 1 and 2 today. The reward for phase 1 is an interstellar scanner plan. Oh no, it isn't. What is the this. The storage room one. So we need the storage room in order to get the scanner, and the scanner is probably going to help us locate stranded life forms, right? Right? Or maybe that's a scanner room that does that. It's all very nebulous. It's all very unclear. Oh, excuse me. I had to shut off the mic real quick. I had to have a big sneeze. Oh, we can walk down to the hangar, too. Too sick, man. Too sick. Oh, gotta sneeze again. Oh, excuse me. So here's our brand new exocraft stuff. What's it gonna take for me to build a storage unit? Scanner room, teleport chamber. We do need to build a scanner room. We've got all the material for a scanner room. So why not build ourselves just a happy little scanner room? Maybe, can we build it like... So we can build these... in places I would not have anticipated. How about right here? We can build a scanner room right there. That's going to give us another Chivo. And we need to build a storage room as well. So maybe a storage room off of the plant room. Frostwork gives us frost crystals. We're looking for storm crystals though, let's not forget. Free carbon though, we take that, we take that. Alright, so we should probably have the capacity to make a storage room because these are usually pretty cheap. No, we need more sodium actually. Okay. We need more sodium. Really? Alright, let's take a look at the planets we know then. Free note, how you doing? We are enjoying the sky of no man's. So we're actually doing a Redux expedition today. So these are only around for a couple of weeks. They're expeditions from back in the day that we didn't have, well, we weren't around to do them because we didn't really get into No Man's Sky until very recently. So we're trying to knock out some Chivos, get some cool stuff. We're doing our best. What about you? Is your Saturday going according to plan? Are you living out your dreams? Pretty good, finally on day shift hours after doing night shifts for almost 4 years. Jeez Louise! I could not do night shifts for 4 years. I'm glad to hear it though. It's been a while since we've done a little afternoon weekend stream, I gotta say. But we're doing a little test stream because tonight we're gonna be doing a little karaoke. So we wanted to make sure that, for whatever reason, Twitch yesterday was just not cooperating. We could not get things to work. And I'm 100% sure it's a Twitch issue because we're doing nothing different and everything's working today. Flawless. Without error. No problemo. So hey, tune back in around 8ish. We're going to be singing some songs. Hope Fly Me to the Moon is on the set list. It certainly could be. I will put that on the list just for you. That's a free note exclusive. We're going to be trying to do some Christmas songs too, because I got to practice. We're going to be part of this VTuber like Christmas album. We did the same sort of thing last year, and this year we got to find a song. We got to find one and snatch it up before the others do. We got to call dibs. So we're going to do some of that as well. All right, quick alt tab so I can snooze and add so we can get back to it. Yeah, absolutely, we can fly it to the moon. Just for you, Doc. Alright, so we need to get some sodium. Why not visit a paradise planet, since we're here? We gotta touch down so that we can find more plants. So why don't we 2 birds, 1 stone this thing? Pick up some sodium while we're down there. Tagged planets, yes it is. Never thought I'd be in a position where I ran out of sodium, but here we are. Looks like there's a bit of water there as well. Actually, quite a bit of water. Coming up on some guy's base. Let's see what he's built for us here. Ringing around town. Any landing pads we can make use of? Not really. Alright. We'll just park it like it's hot. Wham. Maybe we can rely on the kindness of strangers. Nope, not quite. Nothing going on here. Guess fella just likes building bases. We need to identify trees. I've seen those trees. Oh, new tree. New tree just dropped. It's definitely going to help some of our chivos. Now, if I was sodium, where would I be? We got oxygen. We got dihydrogen. But by golly, we ain't got sodium. Oh, and we need mordrite. I keep forgetting about that. And in order to get mordrite... Wait, why do we need mordrite again? We need mordrite because... I might be getting ahead of myself. We needed mordrite because I wanted to make spicy chum. But we don't need spicy chum anymore because we're done fishing. So we don't have to kill innocent critters. Bonus. Now I know what you're saying. You're thinking, Spaceman, you could just kill critters for the love of the game. But no, you want to be a good conservationist. Unidentified plant, don't mind if I do. Alright, we might have exhausted the local flora. Also ran out of sodium at a certain point. I think I got a bunch by looking for a cave and killing hazardous flora, since in caves, some of them give oxygen and some of them give sodium. So far, all I'm getting is the oxygen ones. Little boost! Star brambles. I cannot mess with star brambles. Oh, my surge is fading. All right, we're gonna hop in the the ship and hop out of the ship to institute a save so that we can head back to the station because it's time to run an ad break. As always, you guys, the Vector Spaceman show will continue right after this, but we're obligated to take a little ad break. So, go get a drink, go get a snack, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do. Vector Spaceman show will be back right after this. Boo ads. All right, we'll let that run. I'm gonna try not switching the scenes too much. We're gonna test out maybe the processes by which we switch scenes. The order of operations, perhaps? I'm interested in whether any of it has an effect. This is science. This is high science. And in the meantime, we just check some social meteors. What time are we sitting at now? Let's see. So it's about 4. I figure we'll run out the rest of the snoozes and the rest of the next section of pre-ad time. And that means we'll call it a little after 5-ish. That'll give me enough time to rest my voice, get some dinner. And then we'll be back in time for karaoke's tonight. Not a plan, Spaceman, but it's a perfect plan. "30 seconds back from ads. And we back. Excellent. All right, here's what we're going to try to do. I'm going to try to tab back into No Man's Sky, see if it's still running. It is still running. That's baller. That's boss. Let's try switching to the gaming screen. But now if I tab back to the game, it crashes. What is this? What is this mystery process? It's like it doesn't want to be perceived. No worries. We persevere. Free note, it is the most perplexing thing. It's like whenever we switch scenes in OBS, it gives us grief. And it's specifically No Man's Sky, and I think it's because, for whatever reason, No Man's Sky doesn't like it when you... Like, it won't just give you... Like, why won't it give us a... What if you switch scenes with hotkeys? I do switch scenes with hotkeys, but they are... Like, it's an OBS thing. It's not mapped to... Oh wait, I see what you mean. So you don't Alt-Tab. So you mean we can... Actually, you know what? We'll do a little experiment here. So you mean tone down the volume, put the station music back up, switch over to the station screen. But technically, as far as No Man's Sky is concerned, we are still in the game. We haven't changed anything. And then we switch back to the gaming screen. Let's see what happens. Back to the gaming screen. Nope, crash. Crash. See that? Crash. It's consistent. I don't know why No Man's Sky won't even let you do a borderless windowed mode. Like, keep the game running even when I'm not focused on it. No. No, it doesn't have a mode for, like, unfocused running. Every other sensible game does. The only options that it gives you are, let's see here. Check out our graphics options. So you can do borderless window, that's fine. Bordered or borderless. But when you tab out, game stops simulating. Normally, if you've got a borderless window mode, the game will continue to run if you're tabbed into something else. This is not the case with No Man's Sky. Although I will say, I have seen it continue to run tabbed when you have multiplayer mode on. Because of course it has to be running all the time. It can't stop simulating when you tab out if there's other people to worry about and stuff like that. But if you're just doing your single player mode, then yeah, that's where it fusses. It fusses. It kicks up a fuss. Thankfully, the Vector Space PC is pretty rad and it only takes us like 2 seconds to load up the game. But on our old PC, like it took like at least a minute to load a save. That's just time wasted. Speaking of time wasted, we gotta go find some more sodium. Maybe this planet just sucks. Let's try one of the other ones. We're also still on the hunt for plants. So that's a pretty good reason to visit as many planets as we can anyways. Alright, we're gonna skip off the atmosphere here. Let's reassess our approach vector. Let's dive bomb straight into atmosphere. Find a nice little place to touch down. Oh yeah, look at this big barren waste. That is a dusty planet right there. Have you had a chance to dabble into the wonder that is Corvette building? I absolutely have. I would love to show them off to you, but we're in the expedition mode at the moment. Land, land, land. Yes, we've built the Vector Space Van. We've built the Spaceman 1. I love the Corvette building. The Corvette building is what got me to stick with the game finally. Look at this free sodium just lying around. Some plants that we can scan. Don't mind if I do. You haven't even touched expedition mode yet? Well, normally I wouldn't, but I loved the Corvette building so much. And some of the latest expeditions have been, they've had rewards that are like, hey, here's limited time, can only get it through Expedition Corvette parts. So it's like, well then yeah, of course I'm gonna check it out. Of course I'm gonna learn how to do all these Chivos and special events. If it's gonna give me cool swag. What is that? Sodium nitride crystals. Yeah, boy! That's what we're here for. This is what we play for. Alright, I need more sodium. That's a big old plant. What you gonna give me? Nothing? Nothing? Oh, it's some sort of weird cactus. Cactus flesh. No, thank you. Pyrite, don't need none of that. Copper. We could always use a little more copper. Start to circle back on our ship. I think you'd like I think everybody should try out Expedition mode. It's fun. It's like, I've used it as a way to get sick. That is a big pile of copper. But I've used it to get a ton of like upgrades for my main save. Because you can, if you go into the expedition from your main save, then you can bring back some of the stuff that you earn, which is very cool. So I've gotten a bunch of extra inventory slots, some cool tech, a multi-tool that I really love. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. God, we got copper for days. Alright, we gotta recharge our life support. Gotta keep your life support up, Spaceman. Guys, what do you think we should grab for dinner tonight? We're gonna take a break when the next ad break comes up, and then we'll be back with karaoke tonight. What's gonna help soothe our throats? When we were doing like theater stuff, they used to always say like pasta and stuff like that was good for your throat. Creamy stuff, you know? We'll have to see what we got in the space fridge, I suppose. Ooh, is that a cave? Got caves. I've heard that there's sodium in caves. Let's go spelunking. Not a plant. Identify minerals. No. Nothing cool down here. Subterranean relic. Don't we have to do something with relics? Discover one ancient ruin. Not the same, but dig up buried items. Don't think that counts as digging it up. What the heck is a vortex cube, though? Ancient object can be sold at Galactic Trade Terminal. Okay. So not all that useful. Just some walking around money. Do we need more cobalt? Don't really know. I guess it can't hurt though, right? Can't hurt to have a little extra gear. Especially since we got all these extra rooms that we have to build now. You never know when they're gonna jump you with, oh, you need this material that you haven't been actively collecting the past few hours. How's that? Yeah, that ought to be good for now, right? Let's ionize that cobalt. Just because we can. Okay, so how is our sodium looking? Wish I could remember how much we needed. All I remember is that we were short. Doesn't seem like we're getting all that much, though. I know we can reverse engineer the sodium nitrate into regular sodium. So that'll help. Presumably. Let's do that right now. Free that sodium up. Yeah, that should be enough for us to make, what do you call it? Von Loch and friends! How are you guys doing? It's the Vector Spaceman Show with me, your host, the Vector Spaceman. Hope you guys are good. We are playing ourselves a little, No Man's Sky today. Churio, I don't know what that is, and we're just gonna take it out of the chat, sorry. Hope everybody is doing well. Wrong thing? Well, hey, no problems, no problems. I didn't want to... Here's the thing, when somebody shows up and something weird in the chat happens, no worries. We took care of it, it's out of there, don't even worry about it. It's all good. You guys, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Raiders. It's a Saturday Spaceman stream. We're playing a little No Man's Sky, one of the Redux expeditions that's on the schedule right now. It's a fun game. Everybody should look into it. Easily the best value that you can get in gaming right now. What were you up to, Von Loch? A big space pirate raid. We haven't had to deal with any space pirates today, but keep our eyes out. Big shout out to Von Loch, friend of the show. What were you up to? How are you spending your weekend? Are you living out your dreams? Are you doing your best? Shout out. Von Loch. That worked. That worked. Pirating Corpo Shills in Outer Worlds 2. Nice. I haven't even gotten to see any Outer Worlds 2. You're playing it. I know friend of the show Palm's playing it. But I haven't actually had the chance to sit down and watch anybody play it. Is it fun? Is it cool? Is it sweet? Is it sick? Locke is defending a cookie poisoner again. We're defending, are we pro cookie poisoners now? Listen, I want to be on the team. Who are we rooting for? Are we pro cookie poisoner or are we anti cookie poisoner? Bring me up to speed. You are witnessing part 1 of today's stream schedule. We're we are anti poison cookies. I feel like that's like the sensible, like that's the default position that one takes. A lot of fun. I liked Outer Worlds 1, but I think Outer Worlds 2 is better. So is it like narratively consecutive? Like, do you have to play the first one in order to enjoy the second one? Or is it just like the second in the series in the way that, like, you know, GTA 4, GTA 5, that sort of thing? Just raisin cookies, but they were you know, some people would consider all raisin cookies to be poisoned. That's not me, of course. I'm pro raisins. Anti-poison, pro raisin. I'm gonna take a stance. Vector Spaceman says, no poison, yes raisins. Its own story, you don't gotta play the first. Very cool. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. We love a good space game. And the first one got such glowing reviews as well. Seems like everybody likes it. Maybe that'll be a future purchase for the Spaceman. Maybe that's something that we could do here on the show. We're always looking for fun new stuff to do. So you're tuned in. We are doing some No Man's Sky today. In about an hour or so, we're going to take a little break for dinner times. By the way, thanks again for the raid. If you gotta bust out, if you gotta take off, don't feel bad. Do what you gotta do. Take a break. You've been streaming all day. That's hard work. But we're going to be back around 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're going to be doing a little karaoke stream. You guys got any requests that you want to put on the lineup? You guys let me know. We're always taking requests. We got a few suggestions already from the Space Cadets, and we're also going to be trying out some. It might seem early for it, but we're also going to be doing some Christmas tunes tonight as well, because we got to select a song that's going to be on like a VTuber Christmas album that we're being part of. Speaking of taking a break, gotta eat. Thanks for coming in though, Chorio. Nice to meet you. Hope we get to see you again sometime. Maidlock needs to get yeeted out of the spaceship again. Do your best to stay unyeeted, to stay unspaced, unvented. But anyways, yes, that is the plan for today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing in it. We are presently stuck in a cave, as one does. We're on the hunt for sodium. Now, where is my ship? Get it all turned around down there. Ah, there we are. Or is there a way to synthesize sodium? That's another question, because we do have refiners. There's nothing finer than refiners. I mean, we haven't checked in a minute, but presumably this is not a oxygen-free world. On account of there's life. But that's the next planet type that we gotta be on the lookout for to get some of these Chivos. Is oxygenless. Okay, back up in the ship. Let's go construct a storage room, shall we? Learn the storage room construction blueprint. We already have that one. We just needed the material. So back into space. How close are we to that moon? The moon called Nope. Because we may as well touch down there while we're in system. Right? Right? Right. Pick up a few more plants. It's a grassy moon, so one presumes that we'd be able to find some more plants to scan. It was Vector Spaceman on the grassy moon. Oh, look. A couple of sodium plants right there. Don't mind if I do. Scan some mushrooms. Scan 2 different types of mushroom. Is that a mushroom or is it a rock? Who knows? Who can tell? Who even knows, man? Scan some trees. There we go. Documented new plants. Another one for the Chivos. And that's going to give us double cultivation chambers, supreme scanning system upgrades, and powerful mining beam upgrades. I love upgrading my beam. Okay, good, good, good. That was an awful long way to fly just for a little bit of sodium. Carbon and oxygen, don't mind if I do. Gravitino balls. These are expensive, aren't they? But they also summon sentinels. And right now, all I have is a... I guess I have a scatter blaster. Scatter blasters are pretty cool. I've been detected. What can we do about this? They're looking for me. We just gotta stay out of sight for 30 seconds. We can outsmart a few robots, can't we? I think so. I think so. No, no, you don't see me. You don't see me. Because I'm hiding behind a mushroom. And if I can't see you, then you can't see me. It's the laws of nature. Got him. Look at these dopes. What? What? No. No, leave me alone. Destroy all to buy time to escape. No. Oh, I destroyed 2. Why are you giving me wrong information again? Wow, these guys suck. What if reinforcements didn't arrive? Wouldn't that be sick?
Combat unit deployed.
Alright, we really are gonna have to... See, this is why we love having Corvettes, because you can just wait out the Corvette biz. You can wait out the search inside your Corvettes. We're gonna take more balls.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
We're already getting hassled by
Warning. Elite Sentinel force.
by Sentinels, and we might as well pick up everything. This is a lot of Gravitino balls. This is fine. This is fine. We'll just stay out of sight. Keep picking up balls. Detected, no! Yeah, they can't see me in the pouring acid rain.
Ground protection fully.
100-degree rain. Don't mind if I do. Alright, 20 seconds, we'll call in the ship. We won't try going back to the ship, we'll just call it in.
Life support power.
Don't even worry about my life support. It's fine. It's fine. We've got oxygen for days. Spaceman, you fool. You thought you could outrun them. You got greedy. All balls. Alright, no more balls.
Fully.
"20 seconds, avoid the Sentinels. Well, let's go grab some copper. That's a good way to spend our time. Oh my god, there's so much of it. There's literally so much of it. Sentinels are chilling out.
Ground protection fully. Extreme heat damage detected.
I don't want to use sodium on this. I just got all my sodium back. Alright, let's call... Oh my god, why is there more Gravitino balls? Summon the ship. We summon the ship, we can wait out the storm in the ship.
Extreme heat damage detected.
I know, heat damage. Okay, let's look at our haul here. Millions of units. On account of these Gravitino bowls. By golly. Alright, I don't think we need any salvaged glass. Oh, free hydraulic wiring. How do you like that?
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Waste some of that pugnium. Okay, storm is clearing. Let's get out of here. Pick up the rest of this. For some reason I can't dig out a certain part of this copper deposit. That's fine. Get as much as we can. And frankly, I'll probably take whatever extra we have back to the main save once we're done. That's actually a huge, huge haul. It's as good as gold. Maybe it's because I parked too close to the deposit? Maybe the ship is interfering with it? Maybe there's some underground shenanigans going on. I know I've had that happen with the Corvettes before. It won't let me dig under certain stuff. Alrighty. We've got all our plants. We've got a bunch of sodium. We should be able to head back to the freighter. It also becomes us not enough fuel in the launch thrusters.
Technology recharge.
Try that. There we go. It's incumbent upon us as well to hit up the space station, if there is one in the system, which there ought to be. There it be. Because we do need wiring looms. And we should be able to afford whatever we want at this point, thanks to all those Gravitino balls. Balls. Let's sell all of our excess cargo right meow. Alright, what do we need? Vortex Cube, get on out of here. Vikine Effigy, get gone. Gravitino Balls will take 1.1 million units, thank you very much. Now we can afford some looms. Let's buy 5 wiring looms. You never know when you're going to need more wiring looms. Super duper. Any cool gadgets? No. I don't even... How much is it going to cost to upgrade this suit? 5,000 units? Yeah, we'll pay 5,000 units for a little extra temporary storage space. Why not? Alright, off to the freighter. We're going to close out the first set of Chivos here. We are approaching from the wrong side. Is that a black hole out there? Is that what I saw? I think it is. I think it is. I'll have to remember that. Okay, let's go build a storage room. We could put it off the wall. We can build corridors and... Now I'm just very interested in the freighter builds as well. Installed a cargo. Now we can store stuff in here. So I'm pretty sure these are shared inventories across like base storage and Corvette storage as well. Let's see, I love the aesthetic of the freighters though. I like the orange. I like all the orange. Maybe I'm just biased. Okay, collect our reward. Interstellar scanner. Salvage frigate modules. Detailed economic and conflict data.
Technology recharge.
Let's condense some more copper. Let that run for a minute. So now all we got to do to complete phase 1 and get the reality glitch trail is to reach the first rendezvous, which is just a few more jumps. Why, it couldn't be easier. Except, of course, that our hyperdrive has no fuel. Okay. Well, we do now have a recipe for a warp hypercore, high capacity antimatter fuel. Powers starship hyperdrives across multiple warp jumps. So we need antimatter and we need storm crystals, but we don't have any storm crystals. So we're going to be stuck with warp cells for a moment. So build 4. Bring us up to 100% jump capacity. That'll at least get us to the next system. Gotta love those warps, man. What do we got in system here? Toxic planet, empty planet. So an empty planet might be oxygenless. A verdant planet. A scalding planet. An overgrown planet. And an abandoned planet. Let's check out the empty planet. At the very least, what we ought to do is hit up the space station while we're here. Just in case we need to warp back. We can touch down here. Basically, all you gotta do is make contact, I'm pretty sure. Back to the frigate. Let's check out the empty planet. It is right here. And we're gonna hope that there's no oxygen. It looks like there could be no oxygen. We'll know if we see any critters running around, I guess. It looks like there's no atmosphere, as you can see the stars perfect. So we'll see if this triggers the Chivo. No, we shouldn't have tried to take it right off the cliffside. How about here? It is an oxygen-free world. And it'll trigger. Yeah, it was. Okay. Good intuition, Spaceman. So that's going to give us decorative base parts, turquoise paint freighter customization. Okay. And some base parts. Sweet. Is that going to be useful for us now, though? Is that going to carry over when we go back to our actual main save? These are the questions. Alright, it's back to the freighter then. We're going to make some jumps. That is a nice look, though, when there's no atmosphere. Can we enter from the back? No, we cannot. Should just be 2 more jumps, I think. And we should have enough fuel for it, too. If my calculations are correct. Boom. We're not even gonna pause here. We're gonna keep it pushing. Alright, that wigged out for some reason. Here we are in the Loparv system. And there's the rendezvous on yonder planet. To the ship! Adventure awaits. First of all, what is that I just saw? Is that an asteroid? It's all spiky and bulbous. Lay a target in on that rendezvous. A glacial planet. It's got frost crystals, but we're looking for storm crystals. Also, can we... Okay, so now we can summon the space anomaly for some reason. I never got any indication about where, when, or why that was gated. They just didn't want us doing that in the first system, or wherever, I guess. That means we can go and grab all the gear that we brought over with us. Beginning suborbital flights. What is this? What is this over here? Oh, it's just a big rock, but it's a big... Like that screams not a natural formation. But it's No Man's Sky. Who can really be sure? Mission destination reached. Land to begin search. What if instead I just did a little search before I land, because it actually cost me fuel to land and take off again, and frankly it's inefficient. We're probably looking for a building of some sort? Something nearby? Something in close proximity? Couldn't be by that dude's save beacon, could it? Aha, look at that, look at that. We've reached the first rendezvous. Remnants of loot loss. Empower the glyphs to access portal network. Collect organic elements.
Technology recharge.
Catalytic elements.
Technology recharge.
Earth elements.
Technology recharge.
Stellar material. Copper, cadmium. Okay, so we can probably desynthesize some
Technology recharge.
copper.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 times 16 copper.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, we can't desynthesize chromatic metal back into copper. Shoot! We should have kept some. Alright, in that case. We gotta find some. Magnetized ferrite? No. Dioxites? No, please tell me there's copper on this planet. Copper! I missed your comment there, Ghost. Gotta jump at least once to get the... They just don't want you getting everything too easy right off the bat, I guess, huh? I want you to work for it a little bit. Alright, what's 16 times 4? It's 64. This is important knowledge, because that's how much we need for that glyph.
Technology recharge.
We gotta use the whole buffalo here. We need every little scrap. Everything we can get. All the fries you can give me. How we sitting? Copper. 107 copper? No problemo. Let's go back to that monolith. Sentries on alert. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Not a fan of sentries. You know, maybe that's harsh. Maybe people don't like to hear it. Oh, the sodium. It's so rich. I'm hearing more robots.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Oh, geez. Spaceman, resist the urge to fall down a hole? Everyone hates the space cops. You're absolutely right, Rig. How's Big Rig today? Happy Saturday. We're coming to you live from the future. You must just be getting up.
Ground protection falling.
Now let's finish charging these glyphs. And by finish charging these glyphs, I mean hit the snooze button on some upcoming ads. And then continue charging these glyphs.
Technology recharge.
Just woke up. Imagine being so lackadaisical. Imagine being so West Coasty. A traveler was detected. It's us. Fracture repair. Engage. A warm, dull ache spreads across my mind as I approach the portal. I blink as I try to focus. But all this does is inflame the red glow behind my eyes. Whatever I do here, I should do it quickly. Request this planet's address or activate portal. Let's activate a portal. Oh, I don't know. I don't know any of these glyphs, man. It's an expedition save. We're doing an expedition today, Rig. Limited time. Gotta get extra sleep on the weekend? True. When else are you gonna get it? Let's take down this planet's address. Nice. It's like a little interstellar phone number. We just finished up phase 1. I'm gonna save those inventory slots for later. Phase 1 of the Beachhead expedition. One of these ones from past years that they bring back at the end of the year for people who haven't gotten them. And of course we haven't gotten them because we've only really been paying attention to the game for the last, few minutes. Phase 1's gonna give us the reality glitch trail customization. Cool. The big draw of this particular expedition is that you get the ship from Mass Effect as a part of your freighter fleet, or you can choose to have it join your little freighter fleet, which I guess is cool. I've never played a Mass Effect, so it's not really appealing to me, but some of the other stuff seems neat. And we're always jumping at the opportunity to get some extra inventory slots and what have you.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Alright, let's take off. We're gonna hit up the space station, because we haven't dropped into the space station in this system yet. Is that planet between us, or are we gonna hit the station first? I guess we'll find out in 40 seconds. You got big plans for today, Rig? With the Nova Swarm streaming again? we're going to be back tonight around 8-ish, after dinner times. Doing a karaoke stream tonight. That'll be fun. I think there might be a planet in between me and my target. So we're going to have to scoot around this bad boy. Chilling for a bit, maybe car stuff. Ellie and Lyra might do a draw-in stream. That's always fun. There's the space station. It was between us. It's just so teeny tiny. Well, good luck with car stuff if you do end up doing some of that. Okay, restore points, save. This is an ominous looking space station. The gray is really, it's giving Halo. The steep angles, the grays and whites. We take photo. Look this way, Spaceman. There we go. It is very much like that, isn't it? That's Forerunner architecture for you. Alright, anything we gotta sell off here? Not immediately, I don't think. Phase 2, we still got to rescue a stranded life form, explore a freighter crash site, and then reach rendezvous point 2. Okay. So that'll be for next time, I think. And we're making some decent progress on some of the other ones ahead of time. We have to discover star systems. So we're gonna have to go off the grid, off the map. I'll probably do some 3D art stuff off stream while Ellie and Lyra are drawing. Nice, nice. A little background noise for your evening. Okay, let's head on over to the station. It's 5 o'clock now. We've been streaming for almost 4 hours. We gotta take a break for dinner times, and then we'll be back around 8-ish for tonight's karaoke times. We go back to station, there we go. Gonna be doing some Christmas stuff tonight, gonna be doing some regular stuff tonight. Anybody got last minute requests, you let us know. We love to show up and show out. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Quit. Excellent. We'd be a terrible streamer, though, if we didn't raid out. That's just good etiquette for you. By golly, that's just good etiquette. So who's streaming presently? We're gonna go say hi to... We're gonna say hi to Rashawn, who's playing some Psychonauts. Show up, say hi. Let Rashawn know you care. Be on your best behavior. We're gonna set that raid up right now. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here, Ghost. Again, we'll be back in a few hours. We're just gonna take a break, grab some dinner, rest our throat up a bit, and then we'll be back for some sing-songs. But as for now, Space Cadets, as always, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in wherever and whenever you are. We'll be back in a few hours. You can join us again, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at the Harbor Station. We'll catch you on the other side, Space Cadets. Until then, of course, no matter what life throws your way, good luck and Godspeed. This is Vector Spaceman signing off. Stick around for the raid. Say hi to Rashawn. We'll catch you all back here later tonight. It's karaoke night, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do our best. Everybody, I hope you all do your best. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you when we see you. Take care. Vector Spaceman's back real soon. Bye-bye.